Have you been struggling with a body weight or self-image problem? Do you have pain in your body? Are you living with frequent colds or the flu? Or even worse, a diagnosed incurable disease? How would you like to hear that none of these issues are real? How would you like to hear that all of these problems are illusions, figments of your imagination, created by incorrect information and limited beliefs? In fact, it's my life passion and purpose to inform you that you don't have to live a life in lack or limitation any longer. I am here to say the poverty mindset can become a thing of your past. You can step into your abundance. You don't have to be controlled by fear or anxiety. You can fix or heal your relationships. You can raise up your energy. You can learn to love yourself. You can step back into the very best version of you. You can heal your life. It's totally up to you. It's your choice. It's your decision. You are the power that can do this. You are the creator of your life. Each and every single one of us has this power. We all have access to the infinite divine root energy that is available to each and every one of us. We can command and direct this power out into our lives. We all need to get the truth. We all need new information. We all need to overcome the brainwashing. Every one of us needs to stop the incorrect thoughts. We all must rise above the wrong, limited beliefs that we have accepted and allowed to form our current reality. The truth is, you have the power. You can lose the weight and keep it off for the rest of your life. The truth is that there is no pain or disease that is permanent. There is no circumstance that you are stuck in. You can overcome any situation that you wish to in your life. You can do it now. You can begin today. You do not need any pills. You don't need any potions. You don't need to buy any powders or any medications. You have everything that you need to change your life. Welcome to my weekly YouTube broadcast show about weight loss, about healing, and about improving performance in any aspect of your life. I'm your host, John DePass, the Melon Man.
Sweet.
Hey everybody, it's the Melon Man here again, and I've got on the line today my friend from the UK. I've been watching Harry now for a good year and a half, and I got to tell you, I've just kind of watched him kind of grow in popularity. I've seen him grow in self-confidence. I've seen him grow in maturity and in the way that he dialogues, and now I'm watching him live on Facebook Live, so you can always catch him on Facebook Live. He's got current healing information. I'm not sure if it's coming out daily, but it's for sure coming out a number of times for the week that he's putting out awesome natural healing content. Awesome natural healing content. And Harry and I've spoken to Harry, I think only actually one time. We've dialogued a little bit on Messenger, like just a little bit of chit chat here and there. We get onto each other's posts and support each other's posts here and there all the time. We're on different parts of the planet, thousands of miles apart. However, we're both doing the same things, and we both agree on so many things. And it's not like we're talking about these things. It's that we're both realizing these truths within ourselves from, studying and doing research on classical healing effort, running it through our own self and our own life, applying it and sharing it with others and dialoguing with them about it, and then seeing the result and sharing it. We're just experiencing, meditating on it, listening to the energy that's within us, and sharing that energy truthfully and transparently with anyone that has an interest. And that's what we're doing, and that is gathering a following. So no malicious intent, all positive sharing that's going on. Open, honest, transparent sharing. That's all that's going on. And if you look at both of our pages, I think you'll see, especially Harry, even much bigger than me, you'll see a lot of haters coming onto the page. And I hope that we can address that a little bit as well today too. I want to really tease out everything. I'm glad I get a chance to corner him and talk to him. Hopefully we'll do this again at some other point during the year. I'm grateful to have Harry Matadine, natural healing expert, with me today. Harry, thanks for all of your work, buddy. I love what you're doing.
Bro, thank you, John, for that wonderful introduction. I've got to say, you're doing amazing work too. And quite honestly, it says I'm quite proud there. What you do is things that work the most profoundly. And there's very few things in truth that me and you disagree on. I've looked on your page. I'm always following you. And there's almost nothing that I disagree on. All I do is what works. And I promote what works because we want to help people and give as much value. And there's many things that we talk about. There's fruits, there's fasting, there's semen retention, there's therapy, there's aged urine, there's meditation, breath work, there's yoga, there's exercise, there's fruits, fat, there's all these things, sunlight, all these things we have in common. The reason why I promote them, you promote them, is just because they work and they're the most powerful. They're also the most natural. They're what humans were designed to thrive on. So this is why I mainly preach and expect nothing in return, because it's just what I've become, become a better person for it, right?
This is it. And that's what it is that, the current mainstream approach, the allopathic model, is that we got to pay to get medication to address the symptom. And that's not really healing at all, is it?
No, not at all. If you want to be ill, if you want to have lack of energy, I'm way beyond the point now of disease. I'm more about body application of the vessel to become the best version of myself and to vibrate and to be grateful for life. And the opposite of that is allopathy. It gives you a lack of energy. It costs. All these pharmaceutical drugs people are taking are making people aches and pains at 30, 40, 50, disease states, chronic states, short-term illness, acute illness, cancer at ridiculous ages, all these kind of problems. It's a world away from my personal experience, because I know now, of all the therapies we talk about, if you combine them all, not just one, you do all these natural things, you will never be unhealthy in your entire life. You will go through 70, 80 for being like a youngster, not just in mind, but in physical body. You will feel young if you have good thoughts, but your physical body vessel will be young. Your skin will be youthful. If you do urine therapy, that's another thing maybe we can talk about a little bit. That how young people like us look, much younger than our age, and there's a reason, because we're doing all these therapies that work, right? Including urine therapy, which people, interesting.
Yes, we're going to have to talk about that today for sure. Before we get there though, healing, we're talking about natural healing. Basically, the allopathic model does not heal.
Yep, for real. It actually does the opposite. And I think it's deliberate deception on the behalf of allopathy. It's not just to make money for me. I think there's a bit of conspiracy behind that. But even if you don't buy the conspiracy, the money aspect, there's no money in, that's the big pharma. There's no money in healthy people. And if you link it back to sunlight, to fruits, which are very cheap, to fasting, which costs enough, to urine therapy, which everybody on the planet makes. Now, there is no money in a healthy person. So therefore the agenda is to keep us unhealthy as possible so that they can make their money, and we cannot vibrate our soul and elevate and become happy people, become more unity consciousness. They want us more in ego and separate, fighting each other. So therapies we do, we can unite, we can become best versions of ourselves. I want to give information for free. You want to help people for free. That's why you do these interviews. We want other people to, the more happy and healthy you are, the more you want people to succeed. And the way you do that is by combining all these physical avatar therapies that we're going to talk about, the fruits, the fasting. Again, semen retention is one very powerful one for gentlemen as well. Very important, very powerful.
Right. So I love what you said there. Let's not push into the conspiracy theories.
Okay.
Just because some people don't even aren't open to that. But let's focus on it more as in it's about profitability.
Yep.
It's about profitability. Let alone it could be about conspiracy theory, and it seems there's a lot of evidence about that. But you know what? Let's not go there. Let's just talk about profitability. It profits someone to sell a medication. It profits someone to sell a protein, an animal protein, raise an animal, and get people to eat milk and dairy. It profits someone if everybody on the planet thinks that protein and dairy is a part of healthy life. So we're pushed into that direction because it's profitable.
Yep. The one to make money is to keep people sick and in pain. And if they're not dying early, because I don't think pharmaceutical companies want us to die early, by the way. They want to keep us alive so that we can pay them medications till 80, 90.
It's
they don't want to kill us off straight away.
It's profitability.
Yep, definitely. It's all about the money on one huge aspect of this. And we're not, in many aspects, we need money to survive, yes. But doing what you love and making money is not an issue. The issue is making money and doing things that are against the soul. People,
right, that are damaging others, that are making other people unwell, right?
Exactly. And that's going on every second of every day. All you need to do is go and look in a hospital right now. Go inside the hospital, any mainstream hospital, any country in the Western world, you'll see the disasters going on there. People in the wrong mental model of pills for every, a Band-Aid to cover up the solution is not a solution. It's just covering up the problem. You've got to get to the root cause of why the body is corrupted and going wrong. And the root cause is what we address with all of our healing modalities that we talk about daily. These are the root cause of why you're getting ill. So if you apply them to your daily life, you won't get these problems, and you won't end up in a hospital, because it's a place of death. It's not a place to heal. It's a place where people slowly die, and at best, it doesn't make it worse, but it doesn't make you better.
So would you agree, Harry, then that sickness, illness, disease don't really need to be a part of our vocabulary?
Absolutely. Not only does it not need to be, by putting into your mind, you actually influence anything you put into your mind influences the reality. So if you're something like, humans can only live to 80 years old or 100 years old or even 110 years old, then that is going to become a reality. Whereas if you are more optimistic and say, well, humans can live much longer, irregardless of the fact it's not true, maybe in your mind, you can manifest that. So the mindset is everything with this game. If you believe the body is all powerful to heal itself, it will heal itself. But perversely, if you believe that you need drugs, you need allopathy, you need doctors, you need someone to tell you how to heal, then you're just going to bring that and manifest that, and you're not going to heal yourself with urine therapy, sunlight, fruits, fasting, semen retention, all that, and grounding as well. Grounding I didn't even touch base with. That's another powerful one.
So, natural healing, it starts in the mindset.
Oh, absolutely. This is why I like your post, John. Mindset is huge for people. You have to walk into this with the right mindset. Believe in yourself. Small steps. Don't expect miracles, because it's not about amplifying yourself to the ultimate health straight away. It's about working from whatever level of your health you're at. Take a little bit of action daily. You baby step your way towards a better, healthy person. You don't expect miracles straight away. One fast, if you never fast in your life, one fast of 3 days is not going to cure all your problems. It's a slow process, but it's worth it, and you can change your life from it, for sure.
So it takes a little bit of time. You can't just pop into these things and expect things to be all cleaned out in a 7-day detox or a 30-day detox. This is a new lifestyle that you've got to try to re-educate yourself about what natural healing is, about what healing actually is.
Yeah, you said it exactly well. It's a lifestyle. and you have to get the mindset. And I advise people, here's a great way. If you haven't got the mindset yet and you want a bigger mindset, start following people like me, John, and all the people. Start adding people on Facebook and start communicating with us, talking to us, watching our posts, because we're a group and a community. And the way you change your mindset is by watching and commenting and what people talking about in health. They're talking about fruits, talking about fasting, talking about I've done a 5-day fast. And that's how the mindset slowly starts shifting.
This is how you learn. This is how you learn the new thoughts, words, and actions that are going to change your life. You got to get involved with people that are, you know, a coach or a leader or someone that's having some experience or living this lifestyle, that's educating themselves and committed to living that lifestyle. You got to get yourself around those people and that information if you want to grow in this direction.
Absolutely, John. And just touch base on another thing. What I've noticed is the people that do the best in the health community either have in the real life, they're in healing retreats, or a lot of people on Facebook, and I've got a lot of mutual friends with them because they're interacting. We've got a Facebook community now. The more people you add and interact and comment and like and start receiving the knowledge from, the higher up you're going to go in health. That's a correlation factor that maybe people don't consider. Like, the more people you surround yourself with in Facebook's the real world. Facebook people. We're talking to real people right now, so, you know.
So this is it. The natural healing is possible. Not only possible, it's the only real healing. And natural healing starts off first with the mindset. Okay, it starts off first as a mindset, and then the next step to natural healing becomes taking it out of the mind and putting it into a word. It goes into word, the things that we say, the vibration of taking a thought and taking it out and putting it out into a word. The vibration of the word now tunes the body.
Yep, that's very powerful what you just said. Or you can do it another way. You could also not have the mindset, take the action, and develop your physical vessel by taking the action without believing in it too much. And then your avatar will amplify, and you'll start getting a higher consciousness from the physical goals you undergo. And then the mindset will change naturally. So you can work it in many ways. You can start with the mind.
Top down, or you can go bottom down. You can come from the top down, or you can go from the bottom. And if you do from both ends, then you're doing the most magical power, I believe.
That's exactly how I did it, how you done it, John. Yeah, you want to amplify the vessel. You know, I was naive to think, when I got into physical health 2 years ago, I thought it was just about physical health. I thought I'd outdone emotional health, mental health. And I'm wrong. I realized a couple of months. Now I'm doing both. Now I'm not just doing physical health, I'm doing my mental, emotional health. You've got to maintain, it's not just physical health. You're a whole being, spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. All these things. Yep. Everything is correlated towards the greatest version of yourself, the happiest, the healthiest. It's all linked together, for real.
So then what we're doing with natural healing basically is we're trying to really raise up the energy of the body. Would you agree?
Yep. That's all it's about. To try and experience bliss within the body is very possible. People, do you know, I saw something on Facebook recently, and the out there, unfortunately, don't realize the possibility of how wonderful it can feel to be me, to be you, and the people watching. There's so much energy and joy and the best version of yourself. Like, people don't know it's possible, because if if they knew it was possible, I think they'd all be doing it. But that's what I'm trying to get across to people, that it's possible to have lots of energy, to feel amazing, to be the best version of yourself on a daily basis, not on a one-off when you've taken some illicit drugs. That's possible too. You can take a little cocaine and feel amazing. But that's what we call an unnatural high, right? We want the natural highs. We want the natural highs of life.
Exactly. So we're talking about a high vibration, a high from like caffeine or a stimulant or cocaine, right? It's the same thing as being high. Or you can just raise your energy naturally and step into that high. And you touched on it there. You talked about, the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, and what's the most highly energetic aspect of ourselves? The spirit body.
Yeah, the soul underneath the physical avatar is the
soul, right? So stepping into health, stepping into healing is really, accessing, coming into having a relationship with the spirit body, the soul body, awakening the soul, bringing the body to life in terms of, spirit body, raising, elevating the spirit body, right?
100%. People don't know you can have peak experiences in this unity consciousness is possible in peak moments of our life when we develop the physical avatar, we look after emotional, mental health. And it's honestly, I can't imagine what I used to be like when I was the opposite of this. I was stressed, lack of energy, didn't want to be in this world, wrong mindset as well as unhealthy. So I had physical health problems, I had mental health problems, and you can change. It's possible, but like we said earlier, it's not a thing you can fix automatically overnight. You have to, it's a journey. It's a lifestyle. You said that. It's a lifestyle. It's something we do, me and you, we do it because we enjoy it. It's not like a little trick, a one-off. It's just part of who we are, right? It's just what we do.
And we're doing it because we're getting some rewards in that we're seeing benefits daily, weekly, transformation is happening. So you feel like your energy's elevating, your clarity's elevating, you're getting more deeper understanding of what it takes to heal. You're understanding more deeply that, hey, you know what? I really do have a spirit because I can feel it inside of me now when I'm meditating, and I can feel that I can connect to it, and I can feel that I can pull it up. And now that I've, been trying to work on my semen retention, or I've been actually been using more aged urine, that you actually feel that you're building a bigger connection to the energy that's within you. And these things are helping me get a closer contact with my spirit body. This is like building a relationship with my spirit. Yep. It's making me have a relationship with myself. It's teaching me how to love myself. And that's what this is all about. This Earth School is about learning how to love ourselves. And that means unlearning all of the programming that we've been through.
Oh, beautifully said. We were sent here to learn lessons to become the best selves. You said something about the soul and the spirit. The soul and the spirit loves it when we're helping people. When we're on a mission and we're helping people and giving and not expecting anything in return, the sings. That's exactly, I love it. I love it so much. You feel like you're a valuable member of society and you're on a mission.
Living is giving. Living is giving. As long as we align our life with giving, there's so much joy to be had there. And then when we start, engaging in teaching others, we start saying the words. We start thinking the thoughts. We start saying the words. We start saying the vibrations that are tuning our bodies and elevating our energy. So our life, our thoughts become an affirmation because we're teaching others. We're in accountability to others. We're having dialogue. Our thought and word become into alignment with our spirit body. We're talking about things that elevate the energy of the spirit. And when we think and speak and teach about those things and we see it in ourselves and we witness it in others, it elevates our own energy, and living is giving. So we've got also that other benefit of happiness and joy that's created from giving this very valuable, only truthful, natural healing paradigm to the planet.
Yeah, you said something powerful there about affirmations. Now I'm doing affirmations, but I've noticed in my day-to-day life, I unconsciously say affirmations anyway because I'm living that life. So I do need affirmations, but I'm already naturally telling myself all these affirmations without trying. I am. This is the thing with it. It's who we are. We're made it almost like.
We evolve into what we are. We come back to what we are when we start elevating our energy by doing the natural things that we're supposed to do. We're coming back to the true self is what's happening there, Harry.
Yeah, stripping back away of the layers of ego. I think that who other people think we are is not who we are. Other people's perception of us, especially people that don't like us. You said we'll touch on haters. I'll just go there a little bit. People that hate you don't have the wrong perception of who you are. And beyond that, it's not even just people that hate you. How can any Facebook, even your friends who haven't met you and don't know you deeply because they haven't spent a lot of time, how can anyone on Facebook really deeply have the correct perception of who you are? Only you can know that you're the one that's had these experiences. So to give your power away to a hater, to give your power away to somebody who has a perception of you, hasn't walked a mile in your shoes, and to get angry about that and to feel offended, I find it very hard because they haven't walked my life, know my mission. They don't know what I know about health
and what you're committed to, and what you've how you've put yourself on the line. Like, how proud is it to say that you drink aged urine? Like, who
Yeah.
wants to say they drink aged urine? Like, it's not an easy thing to say or do.
No, not at all.
Why would you
Yeah.
do that? Why would someone even like share that with the planet? Who wants
Yeah.
to accept responsibility for that?
Yeah, they don't think about that. They don't think about people that don't understand urine therapy don't think that why would someone like me and you promote something that doesn't work? Because in their mind it doesn't work. But me and you, we wouldn't promote something that doesn't work because that's called delusional. And I'm very much based in this reality, and I works in this reality. And urine has given me, from the first moment I took it, energy and a depression that didn't know I had. Just disappeared, gone, poof.
Instantaneously,
Gone.
as soon as I took it, I noticed the difference within minutes that this was changing my life. As soon as I first put it on my skin, I knew this was changing my life. And I did not tell anyone for a year and a half because I was so embarrassed and so ashamed of it. But then after, I could not keep it a secret any longer because I felt that me keeping it a secret was lying to people about what natural healing is about. And so I had to come out. I was compelled to share this message that drinking your urine has a humongous benefit for improving and changing your life.
Yeah. And I love you, John, for coming out with that, because you did message me and I knew you were secretly doing it for a while. And it's so important for people that look up to us, the leaders especially, to really set the standard for other people and to say, this is okay, this gives me energy, this has got vitamins, minerals, hormones, it's got nutrients, it's got life energy inside it, it's got distilled water. If fresh urine is just basically distilled water with all those things, and distilled water is the water that we should be drinking, in my opinion, because that's the one I've experimented with and it works. That's why I stand by that one, right?
I agree, and I'm finding the same thing over here on in North America, that we're told the tap water is fine, and we think, why would we believe that anyone's put anything in the tap water that would be bad? So there gets that conspiracy again. Look, I'm not trying to talk about the conspiracy. I don't care who's put the stuff in the tap water. I don't care why they put the stuff in the tap water. What I do know is when you stop drinking the tap water and stop drinking the fluoride and chlorine and start drinking at least distilled water, if you're not ready to go to urine therapy, fine. But at least take the step to get away from the tap water and start using distilled water or fruit, which is distilled water to hydrate the body.
Yeah, you're entirely right. The best thing you could ever do for your health is to change at the beginning, is to change your water. And that's a very easy thing to do. Stop with the tap water, stop showering in it as much as possible, limit your shower use. If you're still addicted to showering every day, cut that down, because you're also taking in the toxins with hot water, especially in a shower. It's a very, very bad situation to do. But
I do the cold showers. I actually put the aged urine on my skin. I let it dry on me, and then I take a cold shower to wash it off. And that's how I get it. That's how I shower. I do a hot shower maybe once a week with the soap and stuff if I'm going to be cuddling with wifey. But other than that, it's not really hot showers. It's not where health is at.
Yeah, I'll tell you a little trick, John. I don't know if you know this. So the urine, it might smell a little bit. If you're eating cooked foods, and I do, it does smell a little bit when it ages. And so if you put it topically, if you drink it, it's fine. Drinking, no problem. But if you put it topically, it smell a little bit. There's tricks we can use. One of the tricks is you do the aged urine on the skin, and then you apply your fresh urine topically over that area after, and that takes away 80% of the smell. You put some fresh urine over the areas of your body that you've done aged urine on. And if you want to go completely, do some essential oils, drop some essential oils onto your skin. And there we go. No smell. And you're just going to experience the benefits of aged urine topically, which is just magic for the skin. Absolute magic. The skin, for the health, not even for the skin, for the whole body.
For detoxifying the body, for putting antibodies into the body, for putting antibiotics into the body, to putting antiseptic into the body, to be putting vitamins and minerals and nutrients and supplying that to the body, hormones and stem cells to the body.
Absolutely. And one thing you didn't say there is toxin removal. When you put it in through the skin, there's layers of toxins that everybody has. Now, even people that eat fruitarians have this, right? I've had fruitarians that are just eating fruits, and what they do is the first time they do aged urine on their face, their face breaks out with spots. Now, what that is toxins at the layers of the skin, a couple of centimeters in, and it's toxicity. So the aged urine will pull the toxins out of your skin. If you drink aged urine or fresh urine, it pushes the toxins out. But if you put it topically, it pulls them out. So they're complementary. You could do one or the other, but if you do both, drinking it and topically, you're doing a wonderful thing for your health, and you'll feel amazing.
Right. So you know what? Unfortunately, we understand some people are not going to take aged urine. I mean, if you look at it, even the Buddha said to use aged urine. If you look at Allah, Allah recommended camel urine. If you look at the Hindu religion, they were recommending cow's urine. If you look at the Taoist religion, if you look at Mantak Chia right now, Mantak Chia, probably one of the leaders in the Taoist religion, world public figure right now. He supports urine therapy. If you look at Gandhi, he was a urine drinker. John Lennon was a urine drinker. Lots of people are caught, have caught on to the truth and the value of urine and aged urine. But hey, if you're not ready to go there, even if you look in the Buddhist monastery, where these men follow Buddha to the nth degree. Even in the Buddhist monastery, I spoke to a Buddhist monk in the monastery last week, and half of the monks don't drink their urine, and half of them, aren't going to drink their urine. So if half of the monks in the monastery aren't going to drink the urine, obviously half of the population is not going to drink their urine. So, but recognize that, amongst the leadership of the leaders of religion and spirit in the world. I mean, Jesus spent 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. Like, how did he do it? Like, I say he drank his urine. That's what makes sense to me. Like, it seems to me that everyone that was a leader in this world spiritually, a great man, the president of India, was drinking his own urine. Like, there's so many.
He lived to 97. He lived to 97 years old, I believe. Oh, didn't he? Desai lived to 97, I think, and he was drinking his own urine. So
he's not a foolish man. He's the president of a country. Okay, so when people try to slag people that are using their urine and try to call them foolish or idiots, or try to make them into looking like stupid people because lower their credibility because they drink urine. This is just a way to try and.
Do you know what, John? It's a mindset thing. You know what you said to me about mindset? There's one mindset that you want to be a healthy person. It's called being open-minded. You never know something if you're close-minded. You will never know the truth about life because there's so many lies out there in the health world. The sun is bad for you. Sun gazing damages your eye. Urine is a waste product. If you're close-minded, you will never even try it. And if you never try it and never experience it, you'll always bash other people for it and hate on them.
Meat is good for you. Cooked foods are good for you.
Yep.
Fats are good for you. Vitamins and minerals are good for you. All of the stuff that's actually true is not really true.
No, and that's why there's so many people now sick and unhealthy and dying, and then and bashing us for preaching about urine therapy, because of course, you know what? I was conditioned as well. I'm known as a therapist now, but I'm the same as everybody else. I thought it was a waste product my entire life.
So did I.
I read a book. I don't know if you read a book called Martha Christie's Your Own Perfect Medicine. I recommend. This is the one book. That and J.W. Armstrong's The Water of Life. If you read those books and someone actually reads them from start to finish, I don't know how a sane person could read those books and not want to at least try urine therapy, because they're so convincing. They really are. There's so much information in both of them, science on why urine therapy works, right?
And for me, you know what? This is like the ultimate red pill. Is it the red pill that gets you out of the matrix?
Yeah, the red one. Yeah, the red one.
Right. This is it for me. Like, urine is so dirty, naughty, bad. Like society just looks at you like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting, right? Like, to drink your urine is like going against everything that you've learned. It's like breaking the paradigm. It's like saying, like, I recognize that I've been fed some untruths. There's some things about this world that are just not true. And this is like the biggest thing that I can do to test whether or not I've been lied to, or if there's something more for me. Like turpentine therapy. Turpentine's supposed to kill you.
Is that what they say? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to kill you. Huh?
It's supposed to be like, if you ingest turpentine, you're supposed to go to the hospital within hours because you're going to die.
Well, I should be dead now. You should be dead right now. We shouldn't be having this conversation.
Right. So, you know, obviously something's wrong. And taking that step to try these things is when we actually take that red pill and jump out of the paradigm, unlearn what we've learned.
Absolutely. I'd just like to add one little thing. Some people walk into urine therapy and are convinced it's not going to work, and they try it, and their mindset is so powerful. You have to understand, the mind is so powerful. You can convince yourself that something isn't helping you when it actually is. I've experienced myself with aged urine. When I first tried it, I didn't know much of a difference because I wasn't down with it. I wasn't down with the idea that it was going to be beneficial.
It was scary. It didn't seem right. It felt uncomfortable. So our resistance manifested like a resistance to actually moving forward with it.
Absolutely. The placebo effect can make things better and it can ruin it, the nocebo. So you have to walk into it. But it physically, it does heal the body. It's distilled water, your hormones, nutrients, energy. And the fresh urine, great to start out. But if you want to amplify the vessel even more, you just need to start going on to the aged urine. Couple of days old, drink that, put it on your skin. Don't be scared of it. It's not, don't worry about bacteria. These are all myths and lies. They've been lying to us about not just urine therapy, about drinking aged urine. They say that you die, you drink aged urine because it's got bacteria, it's not sterile, it's bad for you, it's going to make you. But all I've experienced is with aged urine is just massive application of alkalinity. All of our diets, our cooked food diets, the meats that people eat, the pastries, the donuts, the acid, the alkaline aged urine, all urine go alkaline when you let them sit in a bottle for a couple of days. The longer you let it sit, the more alkaline it gets. And that's medicine. Alkalinity is medicine as well, you know?
That's it. When you sit it out, oxygen binds to the urine. So the oxygen is an ion, oxygen is alkaline, oxygen is electric. And when we drink it and it's been oxidated like that, it's more alkaline. It brings more electrical current into the body. And this is what the body is. It's an electric being. It's an alkaline electric being. So urine is perfect for that. And then, one other thing that I think is just so magical, and for me, the most powerful aspect about urine is, talking about Dr. Emoto and, the water. Water holds consciousness. And when you have your urine and you can actually intent into the urine what you'd like to get, and then you ingest it, now you're putting an intention into your body that's going through all of the cells of your body, and it's yours. It's your intention. It's connecting with you inside, and then you get it back. You get that almost as if it's speaking to you inside. It's giving you the answers, the insight. I feel like you can have a dialogue with yourself and get the answers from yourself from aged urine.
Wow, that's interesting. I like what you said there. And speak out. To figure urine is like liquid you. So the more happier you become, the more affirmations you say naturally or consciously, the more positive you are, the more you're going to change the structure of the fresh urine. So when that ages and you re-ingest it, you're just going to get all the beautiful things you've been telling yourself when it came out of you back into you again. And then it's a feedback circle of you're becoming healthier and happier. So the liquid urine increases in quality because you're becoming healthier and happier. And you're on and you're helping people, and it just gets like to crazy levels of power,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And this is it. We're bringing ourselves back to that spirit body, raising the energy, and as we raise the energy, the spirit body comes to life and becomes more energetic, we get more awareness of it, and then we can actually feel it more when we go into meditative states, and then we can carry our meditative state throughout our day longer. And then when we're in a challenge during our day, we can actually be in a more less reactive state, but more active state. Like we're not reacting to the circumstance, but we're staying in our center, staying in our power, being more self-aware that, look, no, I don't need to react to the situation. I need to step into my power, elevate my power, lift up my power, and be with my power rather than react to the circumstance that's around me.
Yeah. And you'll love this one, John, as well. A little hack for people in meditation sessions. You can get your fresh urine and rub it onto your temples, because here's the meditation right here in the brain, the prefrontal cortex. Meditation is in here in the front of the brain. So if you massage a little bit of fresh urine, or even aged urine is more powerful, if you massage that into your temples just before meditation, you will find the best, most profound, deepest meditation session of all time. It amplifies every single thing you can think of in your life. It really does.
All right. So I want to touch on a couple other things, all a part of this healing modality. We've really hammered that urine home, and I hope people have heard that. I hope some people have received that message. And if not, at least want them to understand that we are not fools. We are not foolish people. And if you hear any foolish messages about Harry or I, or if you see people saying poor, foolish things about us, you can know that we are not doing this to like a circus. This is not a freak show. We're not just trying to get hits on our page. We're trying to help people change their lives.
John, if it didn't work, John, I'd stop. I really would. I'd stop urine therapy and be done with my life.
I would stop, and I would tell people to stop if it didn't work.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Right. But going further, the enema has been something that I've introduced in the last 6 to 8 months as well, too. You've gotten into that as well.
I have, yes. So I'm doing enemas a little differently, because I think that some people are scared of putting a thing like a big water bottle up their bum. So I do a little differently. I heard from Monica Shute and Lee Robert Molson, they pushed me to do, they got it in their head, little idea. And I thought I'd do what they're doing, just buy a little syringe. Don't know if you guys can see. This is 60 mils. So it's a little bit bigger than a liquid syringe, but not massive. And it's got a soft tip. And all you do is you put the medicine in, be that fresh or aged. Age is obviously more powerful, but fresh works good. Plug it in like 2-3 times. I do that every day. And it's, honest to God, it's transformed my colon health, which has transformed my health. And I feel amazing. And I can't believe I've not been doing enemas regularly. Now, people have got no excuse. This is not an enema bag. It's not complicated. You don't need to stick it up, hold it up, get 1.5 liters. This is a very small 60 milliliters of pee. And away you plug it up your bum and put it in, and don't be afraid, because another thing, John, people talk to me and say, head. So was I, but you don't need to. It's very easy to use an enema. It's very easy to put it into you don't need to push it in a lot. It's very easy to put all the medicine in, and it transfers the health of your colon, which I believe is the most corrupted organ in the human body. Regardless if you're fruitarian for 20 years, 30 years, your colon is the worst, most unhealthiest organ in anyone's body right now. That's a fact. It doesn't matter who you are, right?
I agree with you. It's the congestion and constipation in the colon is the biggest problem of all. The small intestine has got to get cleared out, and we need to get something into that area. And if we can put something that's alkaline and electric and full of vitamins and minerals and hormones and antibiotics, and it's fluid in nature so that it gets into that area and breaks up the hard mucoid plaque that's in that area, the hard fecal waste that's formed and lodged itself in that area. If something can get in there and make it more supple, that is wonderful, and it's a wonderful tool that we need to start applying in our lives, right?
Yeah, agree. Now, people say that, and this is right, the drinking urine is a top-down enema. Now, that is right to a point, but you have to understand, like 80 to 90% of the water you goes into the bloodstream. Only a small portion of that water, the urine, goes into the colon to heal it. Now, when you localize the urine to the anus and the rectum, and you turn the body, ideally, upside down, just your gut, so you allow the medicine to go in better. If you turn upside down after you put the medicine in, hold it there in a shoulder stand, put it in the sink, whatever. And then it works its way from the descending even to the transverse and the ascending colon. Now, people might not believe me in this, but I'm observing sounds. If you put aged urine up your bum and turn upside down and listen to the gargling sounds, you will hear the medicine work its way all the way to the ascending colon, which is the right-hand side of your body. It's a long way away from the rectum, and it's a small amount. It's this small. What I'm saying is, it's just in the rectum area. It goes through the entire colon. if you go upside down for 30 seconds. It's crazy. It heals the entire colon, right?
This is it. The body needs this. The enema was taught by Dr. Ehret, a big motivation for me, the mucusless diet, written in 1910. And he always talked about the enema, and I was really like resistant to all of this, talk about the enema. I was like, it's just not cool. Same with urine, just not cool. So I stayed away from it. I didn't want to do it. But as I got more into the health movement, the natural health movement, as I started to get more elevated in my mindset, I started wanting more and wanting to grow more. I moved into the enema. So you know what? If you're not ready for urine therapy, that's okay. If you're not ready for the enema, that's okay, right? They're awesome, but when you're ready, but
when you're ready.
But don't smash it, and don't close your mind to it, and don't think I'm a fool or Harry's a fool because we're talking about it, and don't be embarrassed about it. It needs to become a more comfortable thing that we can speak about, and feel comfortable to speak to me about it, and also feel comfortable to not, because I'm not going to force anybody to drink their urine, because that's not what I'm about. That is just an aspect of healing.
Something really powerful there, and I'll tell you why I don't believe in forcing it, just like yourself, because I don't like to be rushed myself. It took me a long time to get to the point now where I'm now 4 weeks into end syringes daily. I'm committed to doing it daily. It took me 2 years to get to this point. It took me 2 years to understand the power of enemas, and it took me urine therapy I went through, but it's taken me a long time for a couple of these therapies to really get myself in. So I have compassion, and I don't want to rush people, because they are me. I know what it feels like to be rushed when people aren't ready. All you can do is carry on planting seeds, and one day it'll come. One day.
Took me 7 months to stop eating meat, right? It took me a year and a half to get into aged urine, right?
Yep.
Semen retention.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah, that as well. That's another one that I didn't get into for the long. I only started last December. Took me a long time.
That's right. who was ready to jump on the semen retention boat?
Yeah, exactly. They're crazy. I mean, people say that if you don't masturbate every day, that's damaging your prostate. You need to masturbate every day to prostate, to keep the exercise muscles. And I used to believe that. So part of the brainwashing, I guess, right?
Yeah, the whole brainwashing, the whole idea that we have to find a mate or we're not cool. We have to have sex fast or we're not cool. We have to get married and have kids or we're not cool, or we're not happy. We're not going to be happy. Like a complete person needs to have someone that loves us. A complete person needs to have this perfect relationship where love is, received from our partner. Listen, none of that's true. You can be a very happy, healthy person as an independent person. You can be very happy, healthy relationship without having sex every single day. You can have a very happy, healthy relationship having sex less frequently. You can have a healthy, happy relationship having tantric sex. You can have a very happy, healthy relationship engaging in sex and not bursting and releasing your semen.
Yeah.
You can have a very healthy relationship, but just hold hands and communicate and go beyond the physical aspect of exploding your semen. There's more to life than happiness is not sex.
No. And think about it like this. Unhealthy people, what do? And look at their lives and think, okay, they're masturbating to porn. As a guy, I've done it and I've been there and I do it again. But I spent 32 years of my life now just not understanding the power of conserving and preserving the semen. And as soon as I started last year, 7 days in, I knew there was a difference, a qualitative difference in how I felt, in my happiness, in my energy, in my exercise sessions. I felt amazing. My brain was on fire. I'm day 37 here into a semen retention run. It's my personal best, so it's good for me. And I feel like I'm going on forever now. I don't feel like I'm gonna stop. It's a lifestyle thing. It's not.
And it's so happiness isn't having sex. Happiness isn't having a partner. Happiness, we don't get happiness from another person. We don't need our partner to do anything to make us happy. And when we realize that our happiness is within and we've built up our energy, which is the spirit energy, once we've connected and had a relationship with that spirit energy in meditation, we start interacting with that spirit energy throughout our day. We start realizing that that's where we get our real joy and happiness. We start having a real true relationship with ourselves. We start really loving ourselves. We realize I don't need to get joy and happiness from another human being. And I've been actually fooled into like needing to go out and have sex or watching pornography or needing a partner or needing my relationship to be a certain way in order for me to be happy. Like that has nothing to do with it. Happiness is within.
I heard something recently, you might like this, John, about seam retention. There's a theory that neuroplasticity, the brain is very neuroplastic. So, blind people, when they lose their sight, hearing gets better sometimes because the neurons in the brain that aren't being used to the eyesight are going towards the hearing. So people in seam retention communities reckon now that if you're not having desires and thoughts on a screen, those neurons are dying off slowly, and they're going to be replaced by neurons that can help you become happier, healthier, work towards your goals, become a better person. Your neuroplastic brain is transferring from a sexual porn guy on a screen to your mission, to your life, to others. And you think about that. That is transmutation. That's what Napoleon Hill talks about in Transmutation of the Sexual Essence.
Transmutation, Napoleon Hill, excellent reference, right? And this is it. Like we've been told, get a wife, get a husband, have kids, buy a house. Like the more kids you have, the bigger house you need, the bigger car you need, the more you got to buy more food, you got to buy more stuff, you got to consume more. Like it's all a part of the whole mill. Like consume more stuff, spend more money. Like don't look at the sun, buy sunscreen. Like this is all a part of the whole like buy more stuff idea. Like healing and health is about coming back to what's natural and realizing that health and happiness is actually opposite to what we've been taught. It's like taking that red pill. It's like deprogramming. It's like unlearning. It's like coming back to the true source that is within us. It's a spirit source.
Yeah, and you said something there. The less you consume, and that includes food, the less that goes in, and water as well, even urine therapy, dare I say it, the less you consume the thing into your vehicle, the happier and higher you're going to vibrate. And that's against what the system wants. The system wants you to be heavy, dense energy, depression, eating too much food. You're snacking 24/7, because that's what they tell you. They tell you if your blood sugar drops, you're going to die. And you're going to, don't let your blood sugars drop. Maintain them by eating, and these are all lies, absolute lies,
Talking about sugars, we gotta bring up what the best food source for the body is. Let's talk about sugars.
Sure. So there's the huge one there. People in the mainstream will tell you that fruits are much sugar and they should never be eaten only as a snack, which is actually a complete lie. We're a species with a large intestines that was designed to eat sugars that are broken down within 4 hours of consumption, give us high energy, true pure sugars. The brain needs sugar, but it needs pure sugar from a fruit. It does not need sugar from artificial foods and all these kind of things. We consume the fruit. It's the closest to sun that we've got. The sun, the reason why sun gazing works as sun, it's direct source energy. The fruit is sun energy, it's light energy. It's light. You vibrate light, it will detoxify. The fruit will detoxify, it pulls the mucus, same as the urine. The fruit gives you energy. It's what you want. It's what we were designed. That many people have just lost our way. We've lost our way. We really have. And now people are eating meats and dense energy foods and processed stuff, when the fruits was always what we were supposed to eat to return to Eden. You want to talk about that as well? Eden was what we were meant to be living in, and we've fallen far from the tree.
The fruits contain the pectin. The fruits contain the fructose. Fructose is a very special sugar. It diffuses into the body. It doesn't require insulin, so you don't have to worry about needing insulin when you're using fruit sugar. There's such a misconception about the type of sugar that fruits are. It's so valuable to eat the fruits because it's the best eliminative food, and Harry said it. It digests so quickly that it gets out of the body, and digestive rest is what the body needs to heal. We need to have the body empty as long as we can, or working as little as we can on digestion and creating insulin and creating enzymes and creating digestive acids. None of that is required for the digestion of fruits. And they eliminate best and quickest. And so we want to be consuming the foods that empty out of the digestive system as quickly as you can. There's less waste stuck. Fecal matter in the body is causing disease in the body. We don't want to have fecal matter in the body. Dense foods will get stuck in the intestines and will leave poisons inside of the body and create disease. We want fruits that have that pectin to rush it out of the body, contains all the vitamins and minerals that the body needs, clears the body quickly, and creates digestive rest within the body. Because digestive rest is when the body heals. The body heals when it rests. It heals when we become still. It heals when we get quiet and meditative state. It heals when we spend time with the quiet self, the space in between the thoughts. It heals when we come and spend time with the spirit. This is building a relationship with the self. This is loving the self. This is meditation. This is stillness. This is pure digestive rest. And what is the ultimate healer, Harry? What is the ultimate healer?
That would be another F word, but not fruits. But above that is the fasting. That is nothing. No entry into the body. Whether you be juice fasting, brilliant. Fasting, also brilliant. Or even a level above, dare you say it, go with the dry fasting. Because we all dry fast when we sleep. So we just need to remind ourselves, if you can't dry fast, I'd like to know how you're getting up in the middle of the night and drinking your water. Because you're not. You're dry fasting, right?
Exactly. So we dry fast every single night, and sleep is what? The most healing thing for our body.
Yeah. And it could be for that reason, actually. That's a huge factor. The meditation sessions of the low brain waves going on, but also the dry fasting factor has to be factored into why does sleeping give us so much benefits? Because of the dry fasting. That's huge.
Low brain wave activity, just like meditation, stillness,
just like
dry fasting. Yeah. Stillness is when the body heals. It's when we're being still. It's when we're being with the spirit. It's when the brain activity is low, that we're not agitated by thought. We get out of the thoughts. We get into the spirit body. The spirit body's not thinking. The spirit body is just being. It's in contact with the conscious, the collective unconscious. We need to get in contact with the collective unconscious. All of our answers are there. Everything that we need to know is there. All of our energy is there. Everything that we need is there. We need very little food. We need very little nutrient and mineral. Once we start connecting with that deep source energy that is within us.
Yeah. And with dry fasting as well, it's so easy to go for, it's so powerful to do 14 hours of dry fasting. Now factor in, we sleep 8 hours of the day. You just wake up and you skip breakfast one day, just one day, skip your breakfast, eat your lunch. You've done 14, 16 hours of dry fast. You will start experiencing a clever, smarter brain. You will have more energy. And then you have to realize that was the dry fast. It's very powerful in intermittent dry fasting. 14, 16, 18, 20 hours, even small amounts on a daily basis. Huge, absolutely huge. If I can name one thing for your health as well, dry fasting for 12, 14 hours, 16 hours a day will transform your health like nothing. Like fruits will get you there. Urine therapy get you there. But dry fasting on a daily basis, intermittently, very powerful for the human body, right?
So Harry, we're talking about weight loss. We're talking about healing disease. We're talking about mental illness. We're talking about joy and happiness. We're talking about life extension. We're talking about improved skin. We're talking about what can't you do with natural healing?
The sky is literally the limit. This is another thing people tell me sometimes. They probably said to you, is there a limit with aged urine? People tell me, I'm doing fruits and fasting. Why do I need urine? Why do I need aged urine? And I'm thinking, there is no limit. You just said it. There's no limit to how happy you can be. There is no limit to the amount of work and lessons we need to learn in this earth. There's no limit to how much the vibrations you can raise on a daily basis. There is no limit to the gratitude you can feel. There is no limit. As long as we live in this state of infinite consciousness, which we are, as long as we can slowly work at these enemas and colon unhealthiness and mucoid plaques. There's so much toxicity within the body of everybody by virtue of just existing as a baby in this world. You are bombarded by toxins. So to say, why do I need to do urine therapy? Why do I need to eat fruits? I'm already doing why do I need to enemas? Well, because there's no limit to how amazing you can be and how amazing you can feel. And that's the truth.
Listen, buddy, this has been an enlightening conversation. I'm so glad that I got a chance to speak with you again. I look forward to catching up with you. I think it's got to happen again. At worst case scenario, twice a year or something. We got to get together and do this. You know, we got to compare notes. We got to make sure that we keep in touch on Facebook. I love your messages. I love your posts. I'll continue to follow and support you. I'll always encourage others to follow and support you. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And I really appreciate your work with urine therapy and all the things you preach about. And I knew from the moment I first added you on Facebook that you added me. I can't remember the way it worked, but I knew this was a man that knew his stuff and I wanted to learn from. And I'm inspired by you and inspired by a lot of people. And I'm very grateful to be part of the health community on Facebook. It's an absolute pleasure. It really is.
Awesome, buddy. Thanks for your time. We'll talk again soon.
All right, John, mate. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.